Hi guys, Demistrate here, and I'm here to show you some of my workflow. This one's a trance one, so enjoy. I'll give a little bit of a walkthrough. As you can tell, I am just now starting to find some chords that I like. Just do a quick recording of a chord sequence. Now it's not necessarily going to carry through like this. This is just an outline, just quantize it into 16ths just to keep that rhythm. Now there's a few notes out on the bass, but this is not a problem at the moment. I can sort that out later. What I am going to do is just highlight it all and take the velocities up to full volume. This is just to keep it consistent because trance is more consistent rather than human-like. It's a bit more mechanical. So there we go. Now we can control over the sound of the synth. Yeah, we can record the sound of the synth, change that using the settings, which I'm going to show you here. So by the way as well, the entire track is going to be composed using Nexus 2 and the packs that I currently have. I am going to probably just choose the Trance Leads pack. The kick's going to come from Vengeance Metrum, and my Vengeance libraries for hats and claps, blah 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 blah. So now I'm just trying to get the delay sounding, I don't know, fitting more with the rhythm. I think I set off a ping pong effect again. As you can see, I am lost. But yeah, there we go. That's how I want it to sound. This is minus the EQ, that'll come later. And I'm just going to start to build a general structure to the song. Get the sound going, idea of the build up, blah blah blah. So, quick few drawn in ramps for the cutoff and stuff like that. Which I do eventually in time replace that with some automation using my control surface. It just gives it a more... Sometimes you need a linear curve, but sometimes you need just a nice little sweep rather than just a straight ramp. So as you can see here, I'm just now going to search through some more sounds just to double up the synth. It just needs a little bit more punch, it's a bit too smooth. It is quite essential that you choose your sounds early on. For my workflow anyway, you need to choose them early on so you know how to build the track around it. Unless you start with something different like the kick drums, then you can start building the synths on top of them. But I'm starting with the entire melody this time. So I just go through. Sometimes I don't give them a chance because I know that's not the sound I want. Then we go for... I'm trying to go for a more punchy sound, but it's not too intrusive over the track as a whole. So this one's still obtrusive. I'm just transposing just to see if it's going to fit. I decide against it. I just don't like the sound, not for this track. I basically just mess around with the parameters, see what the preset parameters are, and that's all I'm going to use. I'm not going to go into programming many things. Just use all the presets just to give you a quick idea of how quick you can work. So I'm here still trying to make it fit. Don't get me wrong, it does sound good. It's just not what I was looking for at the time, as will be explained further in the track. And we've changed the sound. I like this sound, not what I wanted, so I'm just going to skip past it. But I go back to it, so I give it a chance. And it just isn't what I want. It's too smooth. It does sound stabby on the lower end, but it's not really conveying any power when it's in full swing. So here we go. This is where I stop. It's punchy and it's full. So now I'm just going to drop the cutoff, which also reduces the length. It's on the filter modifier. And so you're just drawing some quick ramps, just to get a general idea of how it's going to sound. Like I said, at this stage, there's no need to bother with precision editing. Just get it all laid out, or you're spending too much time messing around. So this is now the point where I'm going to add just a basic bass line, just to give it some warmth, see what I'm working with. It's sounding okay. I'm liking this one. There. It's more synthy, but it's got a bit of bass. It's got that nice low feeling, but not obtrusive. So here, this is where I'll just adjust some of the notes, because it's needed. Just stick my quantization on. And there we go. And there you go, we have it. Sounding nice. We just need to put that in with the synthesizers. Now, just to give it a bit more character, if you use a bit of delay, and I'm just going to use the built-in delay like I have with everything else, it gives it a bit more character. Obviously not applying too much, just enough to fill the gaps. To be fair, you're not going to notice this, but it adds a bit of rhythmical element to the trance track. If there's a few points where I appear to be doing nothing, that is because I've been distracted just by someone entering the room. So it's not like I'm forgetting what I'm doing, it's just I'm being distracted. So there you go, I've just edited the notes. And I think somewhere around here I get distracted again, which results me in editing, deleting, and I get confused as to what I'm doing. so I work out that they're okay. Duplicate them. And there we go. Soft but punchy. And I'm going to cut off the bass here as well, just to match, just to get rid of, as it is already really cut off, to be fair. There we go. So it's less obtrusive, but it complements the synths, as proven here. Always a good time to save. Really, you should have it ready to save at any point without, you should have named it and everything at the beginning. A bit of bad workflow there, but it's saved now, that's all that matters. So now I feel the bass should be filtering in more. Chuck it up a little bit. Okay, sounding good. Duplicate. Or not. Normally I do duplicate just to make sure I don't mess anything up. I've always got the same copy. Now another thing as well, I don't do it for a while, is start the workflow at -5 just to avoid any clipping. Gives you a bit of headroom to work with. So now I'm just going to add some basic EQ, just filter out all the unwanted frequencies, the ones that are conflicting with others, which give it a horrible muddy sound, as you'll see. Just trying to work out where there's not too much bass cut out and not too much bass added. Now there's a unwanted frequency. Now usually I just roll it off a bit more, but sometimes you lose too much bass. So there's an example of an unwanted frequency. If you're getting that horrible resonance noise that is throughout your track and they are conflicting with other sounds, or just give it a horrible general sound, makes it hard to master at the end. So for the beginning, for the start of the process, get rid of these. Give it a little bit of a mid-range dip. A tad of clarity, and then that is pretty much sorted. There's the unprocessed. Unprocessed. Processed. Right, sounds nicer. I always EQ as well, individually, and then I will start to solo the elements together to make sure that they work together. Then you can give it some final adjustments. You can instantly see some horrible frequencies just there. You can hear the resonance when it is taken up. I can't whether to cut them out as a whole or individually. I think I go for individually, just because that is just the way I work, and it does work better. But what you get is these frequencies don't stay in the same place with chord changes. Obviously each note has a different frequency, so you've got to make sure you're covering the bit of ground where these bad frequencies move. Whether that's the right way or not, I don't know, and it really doesn't bother me. This has always worked for me. Give me a clear, crisp sound. That's all that matters. Now I feel there's a bit too much bass cut off there. Just a little bit too much.